Yoga time.
Let's begin in a seated position on your mat for some gentle wrist stretches. Just bring the tops of your hands together like reverse namaste and gently rock your hands front and back, increasing the blood flow and mobility to your wrists. Now extend your arms straight out in front of you with the tops of your hands touching. And as if you had a hair tie holding your wrists together, begin to roll your namaste, keeping your wrists together the entire time. Keep going in one direction, never moving in a place of strain or pain, just increasing blood flow with this gentle movement. And then switch direction. This is a simple way that you can warm up your wrists before any practice. Now shake out your hands. Meet me in extended child's pose. With your knees wide, your arms out long. Rest your forehead on your mat for this integrative yoga pose. Integrate your world, your life, everything off of your mat into this moment so that you can show up. Rise up into a modified high plank position. If you're feeling strong in your practice, you can take a traditional plank. Wherever you are, strong yogi hands rip into your mat, press up between your shoulder blades, neck is in line with your spine with your chin tucked slightly. Engage your core, pull your belly in, feel your strong body pressing against gravity. And slowly lower down to the mat to a count of 3. You're halfway there. 2. All the way to your belly. 1. Come all the way down and set up a low cobra. Zip your legs and feet together. Press the tops of your feet down so your knees lift up. With your hands underneath your shoulders, pull your shoulder blades together behind you and peel your chest up off the mat. Big inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift and hold and breathe for 3, 2, 1. Slow lower, then press up into your plank and send it back to downward facing dog. Take small steps towards the top of your mat for a deep forward fold. With your feet about hip distance or wider, generous bend in your knees, grab onto your elbows and let your breath travel up and down your spine. And feel your upper body hang heavy as your breath creates space. Release your elbows and interlace your hands behind your lower back for a chest expansion. Press your knuckles up to the ceiling as you roll your shoulders open and let gravity take hold.
Why are you chewing on your hand?
And gentle release, hands down to your mat, crouch and crawl. Squat down into a tiny little ball, forehead towards your knees. And release whatever might be holding you back today. Mental, physical, emotional. You're here now, so let it go. And be here now. Next inhale, rise up into a halfway lift, drive your heels down, lengthen your spine. As you exhale, fold, plant your hands, step your feet back into your high plank or chaturanga. Lower down halfway, like reverse push-up, elbows graze your ribs. Look at the screen to modify. Next is upward facing dog. Press up through your shoulders, open through your chest. And when you're ready, send it back to downward facing dog. Reach your right leg high and bend your knee to open your hips for a big stretch. And straighten out your right leg once more and step it through to a low lunge. Prop your hands up on fingertips and launch your back leg up into a standing splits. You mindfully not carrying tension in your neck, shoulders, or jaw in your standing splits. Next is a Shiva squat. Bend your left knee behind your right and hold. Fire up the muscles in your right glute. And then very slowly, you're going to stand up with your left knee lifting into a one-leg mountain pose. So use your core, use your strength. If you fall over, that's okay. Come right back in. Bring your hands together at heart center. And for a figure four, place your left ankle above your right knee and sit back into your hips. For about 5 to 7 deep breaths, you can just stay here, stretching and strengthening, or you can add a twist, placing your left elbow inside of your left foot, or you can play with an arm balance if it's in your practice. Keep your gaze focused on one spot, your breath calm, and your core engaged. Wherever you are, begin to wrap it up. Inhale, come back to your standing one-leg mountain pose. You can keep your hands at heart center, that's fine. Exhale to low lunge. Step your left foot back as you plant your hands down. And reach your right hand high for dragonfly. Lengthen your body from your back heel through the crown of your head, from your left hand up through your right. Prop your left hand up on fingertips to use your core. And when you're ready, slowly rise into an open arm twist in your crescent lunge. Right arm reaches back, left arm reaches forward. Next is crescent lunge. Both arms reach up overhead, sink into your hips. As you engage your legs, pulling them together, and feel your strong core, so you're not letting anything go here. Big breath in. As you breathe out, launch into airplane pose. Reach your arms back as you roll your shoulders open. Engage your body strong over your mat as you set your gaze. And take your time as you slowly open into half moon. Your right arm reaches down to the ground or onto a block. Left arm reaches high. If you fall out, come right back in.
Ooh.
You are strong and calm and focused. Next is a warrior two. Gracefully step your left foot back as you land in your warrior two with your right leg forward and your arms strong. Keep your legs as they are. Reverse warrior. Reach your right arm high. Big breath in. To extended side angle. Right arm down, left arm high. Now as you inhale, reach your left arm overhead towards the front of your mat. And as you exhale, plant your left hand down on your mat, reach your right arm high, pivot on your left foot, and step your right foot back and behind you for wild thing. Open up through your chest, lifting through your hips. Kind of a funky transition, but the more you practice it, the smoother it will get. From here, lower your left hip down to the ground and touch your right hand to your toes. Then inhale to lift up into your wild thing.
Yeah, I'm modifying.
Exhale to lower, touch your toes.
What
Inhale,
she's
wild thing.
She's doing this.
Exhale, lower and touch your toes.
Jeez.
This time, wild thing, big breath in. And as you exhale, right hand down to the mat, chaturanga, high to low plank. You can modify or skip it. Upward facing dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And take a couple of deep breaths. If you skip your chaturangas, remember to skip the up dog too and just meet me in down dog. Now when you're ready, reach your left leg high, bend your knee, open your hips. Big stretch. Then inhale to straighten your left leg. As you exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Sink into your hips. Prop up on your fingertips. And take your time as you launch into your standing splits, right leg high. Neck is relaxed. Hands supporting you. Next is Shiva squat. Bend your right knee behind your left and hold. To a one-leg mountain pose with your right knee lifting and your hands at heart center. Gaze focused on one spot. Your breath is calm and deep. Set up your figure four. Place your right ankle above your left knee, sit back into your hips and hold for 5 to 7 deep breaths, finding the same variation that you took on the other side. Wherever you are, begin to wrap it up. And on your next inhale, one leg mountain pose, rise up. Exhale to low lunge. Step your right foot back, hands down to your mat. Set up your dragonfly with your left arm high. Lengthen your body. Back heel through the crown of your head. Right hand through your left. And prop up on right fingertips. Find your core. Engage and stand up into your open arm twist with your left arm back, right arm forward.
What?
Find crescent lunge. Reach both arms overhead as you drive back through your right heel. Set your gaze and take a big breath in. As you breathe out, launch into airplane. With your shoulders rolling open, as if you were trying to get your pinkies to touch behind you. And then take your time as you slowly set up your half moon. Left arm down, your right arm high. Stack your hips right on top of left as you drive back through your right heel.
Modify.
3, 2, next is warrior 2. 1, slowly step back and catch yourself in warrior 2. Next is reverse warrior, big breath in. To extended side angle, big breath out. And hold as you slowly extend your right arm overhead. Then lower your right hand down to your mat and transition to your wild thing as you step your left foot back and behind you. Lift your hips up. Reach your left arm overhead, opening to your chest and your hips. Big inhale. Exhale to lower your right hip down as you touch your left fingers to your right toes. Inhale, wild thing, lift up.
Not really sure if I'm
Exhale,
doing this
touch your
right.
toes. Inhale, wild thing, lift. Exhale, touch your toes. Last time. Wild thing. Then plant your left hand down, chaturanga, high to low, or go straight to down dog. And take a moment to rest here in down dog or in child's pose. Find your breath. And when you're ready, let's flow that sequence one more time. One breath, one movement. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Step through to a low lunge. Inhale, reach your left leg high, standing splits. As you exhale, Shiva squat and hold so that you can slowly rise up. Inhale into your one leg mountain pose. Exhale to figure four. Hold for one full breath in. And one full breath out. Inhale to rise, one leg mountain pose. As you exhale, low lunge. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. Inhale, dragonfly, reach your right arm high. As you exhale, rise up into your open arm twist. Crescent lunge as you inhale, arms up. Airplane as you exhale, option to launch. Half moon as you inhale, plant your right hand down, reach your left arm high, then step it back into warrior two as you exhale. Reverse warrior, big breath in. To extended side angle as you breathe out. Now listen, inhale to reach your left arm overhead. Then exhale, plant your left hand down and transition to your wild thing. Inhale as you open up into your wild thing. Exhale to touch your toes.
Oh.
Inhale to wild thing. Exhale to high to low plank, vinyasa through to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, step it through to a low lunge. Inhale to standing splits. Shiva squat. Hold here and transition through as you rise up into your one leg mountain pose, and as you exhale, set up your figure four and hold for one breath in and one breath out. Inhale to rise. Exhale, step it back, low lunge. Dragonfly, reach your left arm high. Then rise into your open arm twist. Inhale, crescent lunge, both arms up. Exhale, airplane. Next is your half moon. Warrior two. Reverse as you inhale. Extend as you exhale and hold as you reach your right arm overhead. Inhale. Then exhale, transition to your wild thing. Step your left arm back and behind. Big breath in. Exhale, touch your toes. Inhale, wild thing. Exhale, high plank. Low. Upward facing dog. To downward facing dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. For half pigeon, bring your right knee towards your right wrist, sink into your hips, and stay lifted or lower for a few deep breaths. And if this is too intense today, you can always take a figure 4 on your back instead. In yoga, we work on the proper application of energy. Spend energy where it's needed and not where it isn't. So here in these cooling poses, allow yourself to rest, body and mind. And switch sides. This is the place where you begin to slow down. You've done all the work, so now it's time to rest. So release any control of your breath. Soften the muscles in your face, shoulders, your hands, and allow yourself to slowly soften and pick up your legs to go with the flow in the rest of your practice today. Make your way back to your final down dog. Notice how it feels.
Final down dog and then to the other side.
And then step your feet all the way through, take a seat on your mat and come to lie down on your back. Pull your knees towards your chest for a full wind pose. Relax your lower back.
I think she skipped
And
one.
extend your left leg long for half wind. And take a big inhale, press your belly towards your thigh. Exhale to pull your knee across your body. And reach your right arm straight out from your side. And make your way back to center and switch legs. Pull your left knee in, right leg long. Big inhale, belly presses into your left thigh. And exhale to release your belly back down. Pull your knee across your body and extend your left arm straight out from your side. Then come back to center, pull both knees in, and add a little rocking motion if it feels good for you. And take any other posture your body's calling out for. And when you're ready, release into your final Shavasana. You've done the work. Now it's time to rest. So relax. And rest.
Can't relax, got burpees to do. Alright, that was fun. Burpees coming up.